Hey everyone, happy Friday. I don't know about you all, and I'm going to talk to you about this in a minute, but I went for my 10-mile run this morning. I had a hot bath with my essential oils. I lit my Advent candle and my meditation candle, and I sat in my meditation chair, which look who took over my meditation chair. I have to show you guys this. Hold on a minute. My office is so jacked up with mics and lighting and all kinds of stuff. Okay, hold on. Let me show you. So I was in my meditation chair, but look who moves over there. I don't know if you guys can see or not. Look, she takes over my meditation chair. Sophie Rose. Yeah. I hope you guys could see her. I don't know if you could or not. If you could see her, let me know. So I work in this office all day long, and Sophie Rose just lays over there on the couch. Well, not the couch, the chair. Okay, I'm going to get on with my phone so that I can see you guys. Hold on. It takes a couple minutes for people to get on anyway. And I'm excited about this topic. Ooh, okay. Let's see. I'm going to hop on over and She Finds Joy. Let's see. Let's see if I'm on. Am I on? Somebody say hi. Somebody comment, and I can see if I'm on or not. Or just like it, because it'll give me like a little notification. I don't know. There's some kind of like delay going on. So let me see as I wait, and then I'm going to get into the topic. I can tell there's at least 5 of you guys on here. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, Amber, there you are. So I see the total delay. Okay, let me pull it up so I can kind of keep track with you all, because for some reason on my laptop, I can't keep track. Okay. Look at me. I'm like, all right, I'm on in the She Finds Joy Facebook group, right, Amber? Is that the group I'm in? I think I am. Okay. So first of all, I want to show you what I'm working on. You guys, this is such good work. So, and you'll see the link. I'm going to talk to you again I'm going to give you some tips for why your thoughts and the energy that you're bringing and the focus that you're bringing to them is actually creating the things that you have in your life. And what you're not realizing, some of you, is that you have so much power inside of you. You know, the average human being uses 10% of their potential, but you just don't know this magic is there, and you don't know how to use it, and you don't know how to harness it. Or maybe some of you do. But I want to teach you just a little bit about what I'm going to be talking about in that 90-minute workshop on December 30th, because listen, you have to be intentional. If you want to create a great year for 20 and 21, you can't just show up unprepared, right? I tell people all of the time, like, you can't just wish for a better life. You can't just hope that you get to do a job that you love someday. You can't just hope that your marriage will get better. You can't just hope that you'll get optimal health someday. You can't just hope that you'll deepen your spirituality or build your confidence. Like, hoping does not work. You have to have a plan, and you have to have steps if you want to make it happen in your life. And that means you have to commit yourself. I tell people all of the time, they're like, well, are you this happy all of the time? No, I'm not happy all of the time, but you guys, I'm happy a lot of the time. You know why? Because I have intentional happiness habits in my life. I invest in myself, and those investments have paid off multiple times throughout the years. And so what I want to talk to you about today a little bit is I want to give you a couple of little things that we're going to talk about in the workshop, because if you don't do the workshop, at least you're going to walk away with this. But damn it, you need to get signed up for the workshop. Because here's the deal. And by the way, I got so many people. We got more registrations in today. I can't wait to do this work with you guys. I mean, I have planned this bomb ass training. I told myself I wasn't going to cuss on these Facebook lives anymore and listen to me. But I planned these trainings because, like, what I'm doing is I'm teaching you guys the process that I go through in December to set myself up for the new year. So, like, I'm actually doing this work myself. This is my process for how I create a vision going into the new year. And so I'm really excited, because one of the things that I'm going to make you do is really take a look at these different areas, these 8 different areas in your life. Because what so many of us do is we focus on way too many goals. I mean, I am notorious for this. Like, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, 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 I'm going to do this. And what we know from the research is if we actually focus on about 3 goals, what happens is we streamline all of our energy and our focus and our energetic vibration in our imagination towards these 3 goals. Then we're sending so much more power to those goals, and those goals end up having a massive ripple effect in our life. Because the bottom line is that, everything starts out in your imagination. Like, your imagination is so powerful, but you got to learn how to use it. You got to learn how to harness it. And if you think about it, like, everything started in someone's imagination. The house you live in started in the imagination of an architect or the people who built it, right? They had to imagine a plan, create a plan, hire construction workers to build it, etc. The clothes you are wearing were made by someone who imagined what the design of them would look like. The MacBook I'm working on right now, that was the product of someone's imagination. And so, you've got to understand how this energy works. The law of attraction is basically like energy attracts like energy. And everything has energy. The energy of your desk, the energy of the walls, the energy of the lights, the energy of your body, right? When someone walks in a room, you can feel their energy. They either have light energy, bright energy, dark energy, heavy energy, whatever it might be. And so your consciousness, which is, the part of you that knows what you're thinking, that's not just your mental, but it's your mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And so what happens is you attract what you spend the most time on, right? And so when we focus on what we don't want, which many of us do, then you attract more of what you don't want in your life, right? And so, for example, if you kind of look at your life as a garden and you're planting seeds in your garden, whatever you're going to nourish and water and fertilize, those are the things that are going to thrive. The problem is that some of us unintentionally fertilize the wrong dang seeds, right? Because we focus on our lack of, and I've been talking to you guys about this. And so what happens is you attract what you don't want when you water the wrong seeds in your life, okay? And so, the ground doesn't care what kind of seeds we plant in it, right? It doesn't. What we know is like your mind, the subconscious mind, and I'm going to teach a lot about the subconscious mind in this workshop because you need to understand that 95% of what you're creating in your life comes from the subconscious mind. So I'm going to teach specific ways that you can actually streamline thoughts down into the subconscious mind so that it can start to work for you. But what we also know about the subconscious mind is that it's absorbing everything you are telling it, and you're not even aware of all of the stuff you're telling it. And so it doesn't process negatives, all right? And so everything you tell your subconscious mind, it takes it literally, right? It takes it, because the subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality, which can be your secret power tool, or it can be happening and not. And it can be creating stuff that you don't want to create in your life. And so, for example, I know someone and she keeps nourishing, my friend, she keeps nourishing the seed of being broke, right? So it's like she just is constantly focused on that, she can't get a new car, she can't go on this vacation, or she's not making enough money, or she can't afford to do that, she can't afford to do this. And so she's nourishing the seed of, I am broke. And that means that the universe is going to, because her subconscious mind believes that story that she is broke. And it's like, oh, I got to make this true because this is an inner belief that you hold. So I'm going to give you more examples and more evidence and keep you broke. All right. And I know some of you are like, seriously, but this is how it works, right? What you spend the most of your time focusing on is what you're creating in your life. If you don't want to be broke, you're going to focus on, if you're going to focus all the time on that, this is why I know it sounds silly, but I pay tons and tons and tons of taxes every year. I don't know, 20, 30, $40,000 worth of taxes. Just last week, I went to the post office to buy my heart stamps because when I write my checks for the tax people, I don't want to be like, oh, I have to pay those dang taxes again. This sucks so bad. I pay all this money and I don't want to be sending that kind of energy. I put the heart stamp on my tax envelope because I'm like, you know what, IRS, I'm sending you love. You know why? Because I've made enough money to pay these taxes. That's a way different energy, isn't it? I'm talking really fast and I need to give you guys like a second. I'm going to check and see if anybody's commenting here because this is what happens is I start like rambling and I get on a really big roll and then I don't stop to see like, hey, is anybody saying anything? Okay. So I'm going to keep going because you guys aren't commenting yet. And some of you are watching this probably a little bit later. Okay. I'm going to go back to what I was saying. So in the 90-minute workshop on December 30th. Okay. And you guys, I'm seriously cracking up. I mean, I'm looking at my vision boards. Like I learned to create vision boards, I think it was 15 or 20 years ago. And the thing about my vision boards is, you see all those check marks? My vision boards work. You know why? Because I know how to co-create the things, the opportunities, the things I want to experience, the things I want to succeed in and achieve. I know how to do that, right? There is a process. Oprah talks about it. Jim Carrey talks about it. Matthew McConaughey talks about it. You have to be an active participant in your life. And so I was laughing because I've really been working. I've reapplied myself and I've upped my own manifestation process. Like I'm doing specific meditations where I'm focusing on raising my energetic vibration. And literally, I started doing that last week. I started upping the ante and a surprise $4,000 came my way this week in a check that I did not expect. I pulled up this one vision board and I'm laughing because I keep all of my vision boards. But I pulled this up because I was laughing. So like, I don't know if you guys see this, but do you see those diamond solitaire earrings? I'm totally laughing because my sister-in-law, I've had those on my board for a while. I wanted a new pair because my other ones are older and just kind of small. And I wear diamond solitaires all the time. I don't really change out my earrings. So my sister-in-law the other day was like, hey, there's this jewelry shop in Indianapolis. It's going out of business. It's running this really great sale. And so like she's going today after school to buy me my diamond solitaire. So check mark, right? I don't know if you guys saw the previous vision board that I posted in this Facebook group, but literally the home that is on the vision board. And this is when I put that home on my vision board back when we were flat broke, living paycheck to paycheck, using our tax money every year to pay off credit card. I mean, the financial picture was not good, but because I had started to learn how to use the law of attraction, I knew that not to base my ability to manifest and attract things in my life. Do not use my current circumstances because that impedes you, because you are tapping into this like magical universal energy, and it has the ability to shift and change things, and because energy is always moving. And so what's really funny is that house that I had cut out on that board 15 years ago, if I were to show you a picture of my house today, it's almost the exact same house. This stuff works. And so as I'm working on the workbook for the process that I'm going to teach everyone that's signed up for that workshop, I am going to really deeply take you into the 9 different layers of your life, right? There's the physical environment, career and business, finance and wealth, friends and family, fun, recreation, hobbies, excitement, health and fitness, love life, romance, marriage, and then personal growth and spiritual growth, because these are the 9 areas of the life map. And what I have found is some people are like, I don't even know what to put on my vision board. I don't even know like what I want. That's why in this workshop, I'm going to take you through the whole process. And at the end, what you're actually going to do is you're going to do what I do. I already did this work on myself last week, right? I picked career and business, finance and wealth, and spiritual development. Those are the 3 areas that I want to work on majorly in the next year. And so, I'm going to have my participants do this process that I do, right? In my first area that I chose, which was business and career, what is it that I want to create in the next 12 months? And so I did a brain dump, right? Of everything I want to create in the next 12 months. And then there's this secret process. I'm not going to teach you on it in here because you do need to be on the workshop to learn this, but it's not enough just to put it out there. I'm going to teach you the secret manifesting tool that I use behind the scenes to actually make those things start to happen in my life. And I'm super, 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 super excited about this because what we don't understand, you guys, is the manifestation process. Your ability to create a life that is filled with the things that make you feel good and on fire, 95% of that process is unconscious, okay? It's through the act of repetition and focus, and you're going to learn to build a habit of success long before you experience success. That's part of the magic, right? And then when you create a habit of success, things start to flow to you. Things start to change. I mean, that's why I say when the things you look at, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change because it really is a vibrational match. It's really about perspective. And so let me give you an example of this. If I were to tell you right now, don't think of a blue elephant, do not think of a blue elephant, don't do it. What does your mind do? It thinks of it, right? It's impossible for it not to think of a blue elephant. You have to think and see the blue elephant in order to unthink it. And just because you thought the thought, you're already nourishing that seed, right? And so what we also know is that the subconscious mind likes to take the path of least resistance. And so it begins to draw in the right nourishment for the seeds that you want to grow. And the subconscious mind hears everything personally and literally. All right. An example of this would be the act of gossiping, right? The subconscious mind has no idea when you're gossiping that you're talking about someone else. When you're judging someone else or you're talking about them, you're talking about how selfish and lazy and whatever it is they are. Your subconscious mind doesn't know that you're talking about someone else. So what it's doing is it's absorbing all of those thoughts about you, okay? If you're talking about, it thinks that you're actually saying those things about yourself. And then what it ends up doing is it ends up attracting that negativity right back to you. And so if you wish for someone to have success, you are wishing for yourself to have success. If you wish ill for someone, you are actually wishing ill for yourself. And this is hard for all of us, right? And so what I want you to think about is how are you intentionally going to set yourself up for success? Because if you're not willing to put in the time and to go through the process so that you are actually entering the new year on a foundation that is ready for nourishing, then things are just going to be happening by default. You don't have a lot of control over it. What I want you to do is take some of the control back in your life so you are intentionally creating the actions that need to be taking place in the subconscious mind so that you can actually begin to make these massive shifts in your life. And so I was redoing the workbook for the people that have already signed up. And by the way, if you can't be there I want you to be there live on December 30th. I think it's at, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time or 7 o'clock or whatever. I'll put the link in the comments. But, we're going to take 90 minutes and you're actually going to have to do this work. I'm already emailing the workbook out tomorrow to the people who have already signed up because they have some pre-work to do, right? Because I have to get them really reflecting on the last year, and I have to really help them get that foundation ready so that when I go live to teach it, I can take them further and deeper in that. But they get access to that course for 9 months. And so like if some of them have already said like, Kim, I want to do this process, but I can't be there live with you. I'm like, no problem. We have it all. You're going to get the replay. You're going to get the workbook. You're going to have access for 9 months. You can watch it as many times as you want. You'll have all the manifestation tools, everything that you need to start using this in your life. And so as I'm doing the work myself, I get really excited because, like I'm starting to streamline exactly what it is that I want to intentionally create in 2021 and what I want to send the right kind of energy to, and then do the back end work to ensure that, if those things are meant to be part of my life, that I am aiding the process of those things coming into our life. And that is really what I want for each and every one of you. I'll be honest with you guys. I do get really frustrated with people because it's like, oh, yeah, they wish they had this, or they wish they could experience that, or they wish they could shift this in their life, but like, they're just not really willing to do the work. Everything that you want to achieve requires some damn work from you. It requires physical labor. It requires mindset work. It requires getting rid of limiting beliefs and downloading a new set of beliefs that actually serve you. And we are all have this in us to do, but it requires that you be an active participant in your life. Okay. So if you're like, yes, Kim, I need to do this. I want to know all the goods. I want you to teach me your 5-step manifesting process. I want to be able to go through your entire process of how you set yourself up for success. Then I will add the link to register, because the $97 is only good until Sunday at noon. And then the price goes up to $117. So I'm going to pop the link in there. If you're watching this and you're considering it, quit hesitating, quit copping out on yourself. Quit not being, if you're interested, right? But quit not investing in yourself. Quit doing that. Like when you won't invest in yourself and the things that you want out of your life, here's what you're doing. You're telling the universe, hey, I'm not worth it. I don't have enough value. I'm not worthy of receiving that kind of gift. Then guess what the universe is going to bring you? It's going to bring you more examples of your unworthiness. Okay. Yes. Yeah. You got to quit making this is what we do. We're like, maybe you're not interested in doing this, right? Maybe like the law of attraction, manifesting, and vision board isn't for you. And if that's okay if it's not. But damn it, if this is something you're interested in, throw down the $97 damn and do it. You are so worth it. You can spend $97 on your kid, but you can't spend $97 on yourself for Christmas so that you can actually do something that's going to have a ripple effect in your life for 2021. You can't do something that's going to invest in your own personal growth so that you can become a better version of yourself for yourself. Yeah, this is what women do, right? They make excuses. They're like, oh, I don't want to spend that kind of money on myself. Like that feels selfish, right? That feels like I could do something more with that money. Guys, I'm just going to be honest with you. If I look back, well, I'm scared to even tell you this number, but the only way there's 3 different ways I've gotten to where I am in my life. And somebody sent me this message when they saw the post about all the hard things that I went through and how I was able to try to rise above those a lot of the time. And I'm like, shit, that's like 2% of what I've been through. Like there's 98% of shitty other stuff that I've been through. But when I look back, it's like I have been my own self-help guru for 20 years. I've read, I don't even want to say thousands of books. I have spent, I think I tallied this up not too long ago. I've spent like $60,000 on coaching programs. I'm not going to lie. So yes, if you're interested in this, I think you can spend $97 on yourself. I really do. And I think you're going to walk away and you're going to not just have a plan of goals that you're going to be like, well, I never reached that. you're actually going to have the action steps that you need to be taking behind the goals so that you can make it happen. I always tell people, if you want to stay safe on your lily pad and comfortable, and that's your thing, that's okay. I'm not judging you for that. But you just need to know you're probably not going to experience or shift your life in a really big way. And maybe some people are like, I don't need to shift my life. Like, I'm good where I am. But if you're somebody who's like, I do want to shift my life, I'm going to tell you, it only happens by getting uncomfortable. It only happens by doing something different than what you've previously done. So I understand, but it's time to quit with the excuses. Okay, I'm done with you all. Happy Friday. I'll put the registration link. I'm just going to tell you, you need to use Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins teaches people how to take action in 5 seconds. And she says, here's what you do. You count down from 5 so that you can quit procrastinating. Because you know how like you walk by the dishes in the sink 1,000 times. And you're like, I really need to do those, but you don't do it. Right? You're like, oh, I'll just do it later. Or you're like, oh, I really need to, sweep out my bathroom. And every time you walk by it, you like see it, but you don't do it. What happens is every time you're seeing that, it's stealing your energy. Whereas if you would just count down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and on 1, go get the broom and sweep it out. You're going to feel so much better. And so Mel teaches the magic of counting down from 5 to 1. And on 1, you take action because it clears your energy field, right? It does. So I'll put the link in here. And if this is something that's appealing to you and you feel good about it, I want you to be like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, click and get yourself signed up for this so that I can help you create that momentum in 2021. Okay. All right. Mwah.